Every single day, this prisoner had only one thing on his mind. He would purposely get close to the guards, carefully studying the keys hanging from their belts. Back in his cell, he'd meticulously sketch out the shape of the keys on paper. If he got even the tiniest detail wrong, he'd start over, drawing the same key a dozen times or more. He was obsessed with replicating the exact shape of those keys. After the nightly cell check, he'd strike a match and intently examine the lock on his cell door. Then he'd take a fresh sheet of paper and gently press it against the keyhole, applying pressure over and over again until he had an imprint of the lock's exterior. Next, he'd roll up the paper and carefully insert it into the keyhole, using a pencil to press down on the bottom. After 10,000 attempts, Jack finally managed to determine the depth of the lock. But his joy was short-lived because he still faced the challenge of finding materials to make the key. The next day, while taking a shower, Jack confided in his cellmate, hoping to get some help. His buddy suddenly had an idea, but it was risky. Desperate to get out, Jack decided to give it a shot. During his shift in the woodshop, Jack seized the moment when the guard was distracted. He swiped 5 sturdy wooden sticks and hid them in his thermos. Then, he signaled his pal to create a diversion to keep the guard occupied. Jack quickly covered the thermos with a towel. When the guard ordered everyone to line up for inspection, he poured out the water from Jack's thermos. Thanks to the damp towel, the hidden wooden pieces didn't fall out. The guard shook the thermos a few times, and satisfied that it was empty, handed it back to Jack. Just like that, Jack had successfully smuggled the materials he needed. All that was left to do was use a file to shape the wood into a key and then glue the pieces together. In no time, he had himself a wooden key. Unfortunately, due to copyright restrictions, that's all I can share with you. But if you're intrigued, feel free to check out the original story.